All right, it's starting now. Hey guys. It is your girl, Emily. All right, it's starting now.
No.
Hey.
Why am I such a noob when it comes to this stuff? Okay.
It's your girl, Emily, coming at you with that next level YouTube shit. Anyways, this is just a random video. I'm probably, I think it was actually Michelle Wilson, so shout out to you, Michelle, if you're watching this, who told me to, I mean, unless I'm completely remembering this, who told me to put videos on unlisted. So this is probably going to be an unlisted video once it, I guess, curates and stuff. Just because I really want to start being more serious about my channel, and I think it could be overwhelming for people if I have too many like live videos, especially uploaded. So who's ever watching right now, you guys get the inside scoop. I might end up posting this in the community tab. But yeah. Anyways, I've been doing some thinking lately as far as YouTube goes and stuff. And as you guys know, I love YouTube. I've loved YouTube the whole time that YouTube's been around. I've been watching YouTube videos. And I really love, what I've done with this channel so far. Like, I love the fact that just like building this community, because even just a year ago when I started this, like, even though I had this channel, I wasn't obviously posting to it, but when I actually activated this channel and started posting consistently and stuff, there wasn't too many people in the typology community. I mean, there was, but some of them had already phased out. And so there wasn't like a huge active community. And now, which I really love, it's becoming even more active, and I think it's going to even grow even more. The thing is, I really struggle, and I think you can only understand this if you do YouTube if you're, or like do anything. It's like you don't understand things until you, what's it called? Are doing them, I guess. And it's the same thing as like YouTube. Like, I wanted to do YouTube for years and years and years. I didn't have the intention of making this a typology channel. But it definitely has grown into that. Also, I didn't intentionally try to do so many interviews, but it's also grown into that, where actually I just thought of it. I have over a quarter of my channel is interviews, because I have like almost 50 or 60 interviews that I've done. Like, I've done over 50 interviews, and I'm just like, that's a lot of interviews. Like, out of all the 200 videos that I have up, a fourth of those are interviews. That's crazy. So that being said, I love the interviews. That's definitely going to be something, as you probably have noticed, I've become a lot less, which is something I'm going to improve on. I'm sorry. I'm not as responsive via email anymore because it just became overwhelming, and that shouldn't be an excuse. But I'm going to try to go back and even respond to people about the the podcast, because I still haven't responded to people about the podcast. I'm so sorry. I mean, I think most of you guys know that Michelle is the other person on the podcast, but I feel really bad. And there's people that will contact me via email. I do, just to let you guys know, if you've emailed me, I check my email all the time. Let me look at this. Sorry. Okay. Ah. Wow, you would think I have never done this before. Hey guys. Oh wow. There are quite a few people here. See, Hello. Okay. David Walker, Abraham, Sky, Armando, James. So sorry, I'm getting distracted. I shouldn't look at the chat right now. So the thing is, as some of you guys know, if you've been kind of following this channel for quite a while, I've talked about this before, but it's not like a widely known thing, I think. But I have I know I have over 100 video ideas that I've been sitting on for a year. And the reason being is I have and I know INTJs can definitely relate to this, but I have a very strategic mind in the way of how I want things to go. And I'm doing this deliberately, but there's certain videos I haven't released because I wanted to be at a certain point. Anyways, I want to be informative still, and I think the podcast is a really good alternative for that. If you haven't checked out the podcast, it's called My Type of Shit, and I have Michelle Wilson and Mech or Sean doing it as well. Sean is an INTJ and Michelle Wilson is an ENFP. She also has a YouTube channel. Well, they both have YouTube channels, and I can link them below after this, but I'm really proud of what we've been doing so far with that. We have an episode coming out tomorrow, and sneak peek for anybody that is watching this right now, we do this random thing, this random, forget what it's called, generator or something, and we got INTp. So the next episode that's coming out tomorrow is on the INTp, and it's an hour, almost an hour and a half. But it's meant to be listened to, not really watched. So that being said, I guess where I'm trying to go, because I'm not being very direct with what I'm saying, is I really want to do more entertaining content. Because I understand that even though a lot of you guys appreciate me and what I have to say, I do realize that I also think about if I was an audience member, would I want to watch my channel? And I think I would, but I also think that I would want to watch something a little bit more entertaining than myself, if that makes sense. And I know that I'm critical towards myself or whatever, but I really want to do I guess in person, I definitely come across in my videos, especially when it's just by myself, which you guys know who have followed this channel, but I come across a lot more serious, I feel like, or introspective in my one-on-one videos, with just myself. And I guess that's definitely me. I still act, the same. I still have moments where I'm like that in real life. But I would say I'm a lot weirder, which a lot of INFJs can say the same. I'm a lot weirder and more kind of seemingly extroverted in real life, in the right situations, especially with friends. And I say weird things. I say yeet yeet. I know that's so stupid, but I say really dumb slang words or just stupid things. And this was even before whatever terminologies come out. But I call people kiddles, which is a weird thing. I especially call my little sister kiddles. Or I'll say LES. I'll use LES on the things. So for example, my friend Chaz, I'll call him Chazzles. Or I'll say riddleless kiddles to my sister. So I have a weird way of talking and a weird way of acting. I have kind of an interesting sense of humor. I'm going to make a video about the INFJ stare that's coming out. Probably not tomorrow, because I haven't filmed it yet. I was planning on filming it today, but maybe I will. I just wanted to do some outside shots for this, but it's gonna be a really weird video. Nothing, it's gonna be kind of a satire to the INFJ stare because I think it's so stupid, but just like, but so to look forward to that, I guess. But I have like a very weird side of me, and I don't think that really comes across in a lot of my traditional videos, and I just want to be a little bit, not that I'm not myself, like I'm not trying to act or try to be someone that I'm not, but I want to be even more myself. And that being said, there's going to be serious videos, there's going to be silly videos, there's going to be like weird videos. I'm gonna curse some videos, as you guys already know. Which, by the way, this is, sorry that this is so incoherent. This was sent to me by an account on Instagram called Understanding Introverts, and I think it's really cool. So, I mean, again, I was sent this for free, but like if you guys, I think it's Understanding Introverts. I'm following them on Instagram, so if you are interested, I guess they would probably really like that if you got their shirt. I've had the shirt actually for a month and I haven't talked about it, which I feel like is bad because I probably should have. But I wear it a lot actually. I wear it to work out and sleep in right now. Anyways, random, not sponsored, but I thought that was kind of cool. It's cool, like having someone reach out to you and want to send you something for free. Anyways, where I'm going is like, for example, I've seen videos like the 16 personalities videos. Like there's this one guy that just like came out of the woodworks, which is awesome for him. But I've been sitting on a couple of those video ideas for a long time. And I realized that, well, I wanted to put more into them. Like I haven't really watched his videos, but I think I've seen like a couple, and they seem like it's funny in concept, but I wanted to do a little bit more with it, like as far as like exaggeration and things like that. Like I've had many ideas for certain things, and I just want to do that kind of stuff. And I realized like I can't just, like I so easily box myself or like pigeonhole myself that I need to just not care about that, I guess. And if you guys have any ideas of what, like, I have a weird idea to do, like, trying spicy foods while talking about the types and stuff, and just, like, doing things that are interesting that, like, more people would want to watch, because I know I would want to watch. I mean, I'm not going to do things just because I want other people to watch my stuff or because whatever. I don't agree with, you know, certain YouTubers and the way they go about things, but I want to do it in an authentic type of way, but also, I don't know, be more, sorry if this doesn't make sense. I'm going to go to the chat, actually, and we're going to look at the chat and see what's going on here. Flush for Frankenstein. Have you ever tried hallucinogenics? I'd love to hear your thoughts on psychedelic experience and how it relates to the personality types. Again, if you've been following my channel for a while, you probably know this, but I've never tried any kind of drug besides like alcohol. I've never tried marijuana. I guess also prescription drugs. I've had like, if I had a cold or something, I've had like things like that. But never had like marijuana, never had any psychedelics. I don't really, the thing is, marijuana or weed or whatever, I feel like I'm more open to that than other things. And I don't think psychedelics are bad or like, you know, certain things are bad or it makes you a bad person, but I just don't have any interest in doing it. I think it's really interesting to hear people's experiences with it. So I agree with you on that. And it is interesting. I actually have found from my experience, like ENFPs for some reason tend to be drawn to those kind of drugs. Um, but I feel like obviously all types of personalities can be drawn to those things. But yeah, I'm not the person to ask as far as experiences go, but that is a very interesting question. Siham, I have listened to the first podcast episode. I liked how you all interacted with each other. Yeah, I really like that too. I feel like Sean, Michelle, and I really get along super well. We have different perspectives because of like obviously our cognitive functions and stuff. But I really like that interaction. I'm really, like I said, I'm really proud of the podcast so far. I don't know what you guys think of it if you listen to it, but I really like it a lot and I think it's going to be really cool and eventually we'll have guests and stuff. James Bentley, is the podcast where you'll be covering Socionics, or do you plan on expanding on that on your channel at some point? I definitely am going to do it on my channel as well. Which, by the way, plugging Michelle, I feel like I'm like Michelle's advocate. I'm gonna plug Michelle and Megan Lavoda. So Michelle Wilson, Megan Lavoda. Michelle Wilson's doing a series where she talks about the differences between Socionics and Myers-Briggs cognitively, kind of goes into other systems. She's done a couple of videos so far, and I love the way that she's explaining that. So if you guys are looking for Socionics related stuff, and even check out, again, Megan Lavoda, because she also did a kind of response to Michelle's video. And they're already starting to do things. I guess I have a little bit more of a long-term, well, I'm not saying they don't, but like I'm like kind of tiptoeing into that. But I also realize that there's been a lot of confusion lately with Socionics and Myers-Briggs. For example, I'm going to call out someone I talked to today on Instagram. I was talking to a guy, which you know who you are, because you also watch this channel, but we were talking about like INFJs via Myers-Briggs and INFJs via Socionics. An INFJ, I personally don't believe that an INFJ in Socionics is the same thing as an INFJ in Myers-Briggs. However, I do think an INFp in Socionics is the same thing as an INFJ in Myers-Briggs, or an IEI in Socionics. The reason being is in Socionics, they go by the primary function, whatever the temperament or like the orientation of the primary function, versus in Myers-Briggs, they go by the first extroverted function. So in Socionics, the primary function for an INFJ in Myers-Briggs is introverted intuition. So that's why it's an INFp in Socionics. Because introverted intuition, if your primary function is a intuition or sensing function, that is a perceiving function. So that's why extroverts don't change, because the first extroverted function is also their primary function. So, and then on the other hand, introverted feeling and thinking are judging functions. So an INFp in Myers-Briggs leads with introverted feeling. So in Socionics, they would be an INFJ or EII, because introverted feeling is a judging function. Anyways, I won't go on with that right now. Let us see. I'm gonna try to breeze through some of this stuff. Yes, okay, Jared Chan. Like an MBTI Hot Ones, yes, I got the idea from Hot Ones. I'm actually trying to collect some of the sauces. The last dab sauce that they use, the XX, whatever it is now, like for season 7, is like sold out. So you may have to get one of the last dab ones from one of the other seasons. But either way, I'm gonna just try to get a ton of hot sauces together and do something like that. Michelle Wilson. Sean, Emily, and I have a good chemistry with talking, and we talk a lot before and after recording. Yes, we talk a little too much, which is kind of, I know it's like we want to. I know we all like enjoy talking to one another, but for example, we record on different days, but I believe we recorded Tuesday night, so this past Tuesday. And what should have been like an hour ended up being like 3 or 4 hours. Because not the actual recording, but like our conversation and stuff, but also the platform we use to record, Google Hangouts, because we'll like talk to one another via Google Hangouts, and I use my microphone while I'm doing that. And Michelle and Sean also use a microphone. Google Hangouts was acting like a little bitch, and I know all 3 of us wanted to slap it across its face, and because it was just being a little annoying loser and wasn't working, it was glitching. So anyways, foo-foo. My view on drugs was try them all a few times, then stay sober later, which is what I've done. I think that works for certain people. I wouldn't recommend that for everybody. Personally, I'm not going to do that. I also know I don't have an addictive personality, like to almost an extreme level where I get kind of bored of things and I'll just be like, okay, done with that. Like, I don't want to touch this for a while. And this is not obviously to do drugs, but like, for example, types of food and stuff. If I have the same food every single day, I get bored. Or like I may do it for a couple of weeks, like the same food, and then get really bored of that and not want anything to do with that food. Well, that's an exaggeration. So, but also I know how I respond to alcohol, and I have a very low tolerance. I thought I was allergic. I'm not allergic to alcohol. I just have a very low tolerance to alcohol. And I am afraid of how I would react to certain drugs. And I do believe there are certain drugs you should never try, personally. But yeah. Michelle Wilson, you can be my advocate. Hee, I don't mind. Well, luckily you don't. Let's see. Chantel X, or 10. A video with specific advice geared towards one's type and career situation when they are in the rut, their inferior function, etc., would work quite nicely. The other very appealing type of video is the style of MBTI types out at the store, similar parody types in specific situations. This type of content is perfect for an INFJ to produce. I agree with that. And that's kind of some of the stuff. I've talked to Michelle actually about this stuff, and Megan Lavoda and Sean and like various other people that I talk to pretty frequently about different ideas that I'm going to do. So they know, some of the certain things behind things. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more of that kind of stuff. I really want to just do creative videos. My goal, which by the way, I talked about this earlier, but like the INFJ gaze or stare or whatever, that video is going to be extremely weird. Hopefully it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be very, very weird, just to let you guys know, or at least my vision for it. But as far as like other videos that are, I guess, funny or entertaining, I want them to be kind of maybe thought-provoking in a way, in the sense of like being able to get something from the video, I guess. But I think a lot of them are going to be entertaining, hopefully, again. Okay. W. Caspa. Hi, pucokie. INFJ here from Hungary. Interesting. I would love to go to Hungary. So something that's interesting is I have like a weird tie to Hungary because I played Viktor Orban, which I do not personally agree with, for my Model European Union conference. Jonathan Campbell. I just came in and the first thing I hear is Emily talking about being on drugs or something. No. Jonathan, I've never done drugs before, but that was a question that people had. So the only drug, again, that I've had is like alcohol, and coffee is considered a drug, I guess. But no, I do not I do not do drugs. Okay. LOL, I like your strange videos. That hype beast video was funny. Thank you, Jared Chan. As you probably know, that was a very like spur of the moment video. I did not prepare for that video whatsoever. I just basically had an idea, and it was a response to Curtis's video. So I really liked that video too. And it's funny because like my friend Rachel, who's an INTJ, I don't know if you guys watched, there's a very short live stream that I did a couple of days ago that I since deleted because they wanted me to delete it. But my friend Rachel was in there, so if you missed it, I'm sorry. But she actually has the Emil video as my ringtone, and it's really funny. Like, so anytime I call her, it's gonna be like, "What is up, my dudes? It's your boy Emil coming at you with that next level YouTube shit." So it's funny. SSL 1900. Do you have double jointed thumb? No. This is as far back as I can put my thumb. And I know like people have hitchhiker's thumbs. This I cannot do. Like I have to, like this is me trying, like this kind of hurts doing this. But this is as far back as I can possibly press it. So let's see. James Bentley. I think seeing the difference between individuals of the same type is also very interesting. I agree. I find that very interesting. I think it's an interesting character study. Katie Mills, are you RH negative? I don't know. My grandmother is RH negative, so I very well could be. That is something that so I may have the blue blood. So this is a very random fact that I don't think I've ever shared on this channel. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, let's hope so. I'm not going to say this out loud, but Big Jake, the great and powerful. I'm very hopeful that you are. I am as well. I'm not. Okay, let's see. Spartan Jumper 2. Just took the test for the first time a week ago. Now I'm doing a lot of research. I don't seem like an INFJ in a lot of ways, but I am in a lot of others. So the interesting thing is, Spartan Jumper 2, what I would advise you to do is, okay, so this is hard, but I would advise this for anybody, really, is you kind of don't want to trust the test results that you get on the Myers-Briggs test. And I may do a clickbaity video, which is actually not going to be clickbaity. It's just going to be maybe controversial. I personally think the MBTI test is trash. I think all of them are trash, and that's just like my opinion. Because it's so easy to mistype, and I think they are a good jumping off place, but the best thing you can do is study the cognitive functions, and you may not know what cognitive functions are right now, Spartan Jumper 2, but I would advise looking up the cognitive functions and even considering all of the personality types as being potentially your personality type. Like just being open-minded. So knowing that you typed as INFJ on the Myers-Briggs test, but then taking a step back and like realizing, hey, I might not be this type. And that's okay. So many people mistype. I mistyped as ENFJ for the longest time. So RH negative. So RH negative, Michelle, I don't remember the specifics, but it's like a very rare, I can't, actually, I really cannot describe this. I'd have to look it up, which I guess I can do right now. But supposedly, like, they associate it, it's like, it can be hard to, like, have children, when you have that blood type. You can have complications and stuff like that. Let's see. I don't want to say anything wrong. Well, I'm probably going to say so. Okay. The RH blood, guys, I am looking at a very reputable source right now, Wikipedia, because we know how much Wikipedia is like always right. That is sarcasm, by the way. Which, by the way, look how cracky cracks my phone is. Anyways, okay. So human, it is the second most important blood group system after the, oh wait, that's not what I'm looking for. Is inherited protein found on the surface of red blood. RH is the inherited protein found on the surface of red blood cells. If your blood lacks the protein, you're RH negative. So it's a type of protein on the blood cells. Having an RH negative blood type is not an illness and usually does not affect your health. By the way, now I'm reading this from the Mayo Clinic. Yeah, Rh positive is the most common blood type. However, it can affect your pregnancy. Your pregnancy needs special care if you're Rh negative and your baby is Rh positive. So that happened with my Nana. So my Nana's Rh negative. So I very well could be Rh negative as well. And she had 3 kids, but at the time when she was having her kids in the 50s and 60s, that was very risky. They said that she wouldn't be able to have like as many kids as she did. But yeah, they also say that like royalty have that blood type, which where I was getting into is I actually am related to Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her. I don't know exactly. When I was younger and I was told this, I heard that she was like my great grandmother, but I don't think that really adds up thinking of like the timeline, but I do know I'm related to her, which is kind of interesting. So maybe I am royal, guys. I'm just kidding. Okay. Thoughts on INTPs and depression/anxiety? Seems like it's really common. I would say so. So I think INTPs are very interesting, and we definitely talk about this in the podcast episode on INTPs, not necessarily depression and anxiety, but INTPs, they are very introspective in a lot of ways, obviously because they're introverts and their primary function is introverted thinking. But they also are very connected to like the atmosphere of people with extroverted feeling as their fourth function in Myers-Briggs. And so I feel like this disconnectedness from like society, and they almost put themselves in this way, can also be like, I don't know how to describe it, but like I know INTPs that have depression and anxiety, and it just looks different than say like an INFJ. Like INTPs really can spend time on their own, but I really think that it's good for INTPs to go out and be with people that they love, because they really do like to be in atmospheres with people because of extroverted feeling. Like if they feel comfortable in a situation, they'll go out. So I guess this isn't super informative, but I guess a solution for anxiety and depression for an INTP is just surrounding yourself by positive people and people that support you, and understand that you aren't like a robot. You're not like this emotionless person. MBTI, oh my gosh, I love it. Big Jake the Great and Powerful. MBTI is the gateway drug for personality theory. Very, very true. Katie Mills. Well, no one knows where Rh negative came from, just that there's no rhesus monkey blood in them. I don't know how to say that. I probably should, but it's pretty stupid. Okay, let's see. Jonathan Campbell, which MBTI tests? Most of the online tests are not the real MBTI tests, which are quite thorough and have several steps. That is true, Jonathan. I will retract my statement in that. I think if you take the actual MBTI tests, because so the tests that you take online for free are not technically MBTI tests. They associate themselves with Myers-Briggs, but it's not like the certified test. You have to pay for the actual certification. I mean, the actual not standardized, but like the actual MBTI test, certified. I think that's a waste of money, personally, because you can still mistype on that test. I think it's a complete waste of money, but maybe not for everybody, because not everybody mistypes. Michelle, your phone is cray. Yep. Zane Z, Wikipedia is way more credible than people give it credit for, but as always, verify your sources. Oh yes, and it's actually gone a lot better over the years. Like when I was in high school or middle school or whatever, you do not trust Wikipedia. LJ, hey, I didn't know you were joining. Talking with famous people, the certified test has nearly 40% more poo. Michelle Wilson, more poo, LOL, truth. Talking with famous people, so if your current test is poo lacking, consider certification. Guard your privacy, everyone. Guard it with your life. Anyways, yeah. So, okay. So I asked on Instagram. If you guys had any questions. So I will answer some of these. Let's see. I did answer them on Instagram, but I'm not gonna also answer them. Ah, gross. I hate the sound of my voice. Okay. Here are some of the questions that were asked, and so I'll address them as I did on Instagram. Are you okay? So I had something. Oh, so okay, just to clear this up, I did make a video. Obviously, this video that's before this, the video that's before this video, is about coming out as an INFP. For those of you that either didn't watch the video, didn't look at this, the comments, or watch the video and again just didn't look at the comments, I'm not an INFP. I mean, in Socionics I am, but in Myers-Briggs I am not an INFP. I'm an INFJ. But that was an April Fool's joke. I put it out on April 1st. It was meant. I've been wanting to do that video for an entire year. I saw someone post last April Fool's a video, like kind of about something, and I was like, wait, I want to do a video about like INFP because I know a lot of people, well, not a lot, but there's a good amount of people that think I'm INFP. So yeah, I'm not an INFP. Okay. Someone asked about like IQ and stuff, like for INTP, ENTP, INTJ, ENTJ, INFJ, INFP, ISTJ, ESTP, ISTP. Didn't really answer that properly because I personally think that there's intelligence with all of those types and that there are certain things that are intelligent about certain types. That I mean, statistically, there may be types that have higher IQs or whatever. I think the smartest person in the world on record is an ISTP. I think he's still alive, but who knows. Someone asked favorite dish. I like pho, Vietnamese pho. I also love Japanese curry ramen. I guess I really like noodle dishes and Asian dishes, but I like all kinds of different things. But that's kind of what I'm craving right now. Someone asked, how do you get to be so cute and will you be my girlfriend? Person that asked, that's super sweet. I know the title's called Felt Cute Might Delete. That was just for the meme. Which, by the way, I'm not even gonna address it actually. You guys, anyways. But yeah, I'm not trying to date anybody that I don't know. What are your thoughts on ENFJs? I love ENFJs. ENFJs are my favorite personality type. If you could be any other type, which one would you be? I said INTJ or ENFJ, and I have reasons behind that. But there are a few other personality types that I also wouldn't mind being. Someone asked, any problems with INTPs? I don't really have INTP problems. My dad's an INTP. I wouldn't say, at least for me, like romantically, I wouldn't say never to really any personality type. But romantically for me, for what I'm looking for in a partner, again, I wouldn't like, if I knew someone was an INTP, I wouldn't like not date them. But it's not maybe a personality that I would ideally want to be with, I guess. But as far as friendship goes and like my dad and stuff, I love that. Okay, so this is a video, this is something that I will address too. What made you want to start making YouTube videos? This goes back really far. It goes back to the beginning of YouTube. And I watched like Niga Higa videos, like how to be gangster, how to be nerd, which by the way, I'm taking inspiration from those and I'm gonna do some videos, so look out for that in the future. But I really love the idea of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube and like different things, like all different kind of areas of YouTube. And I just love the community. I love it even more as I've had this channel and like built like a community and stuff. And I just really wanted to inspire people and share ideas and also eventually make this like a career. So yeah. Let's see. INFJ, how to cut people out of your life without feeling like a bitch. Door slamming is hard. I think distancing people, so like knowing where you stand with certain people. I think when you're a younger INFJ especially, or like less developed, it's very easy to want to just like door slam people. And I still do, at certain times. Like I don't talk to certain people. But the way I feel now is there's basically nobody that I wouldn't mind talking to. Besides, I did get a restraining order from someone in the past, and I think he's a sociopath. So not from, definitely wouldn't be into talking to him anymore. And there are certain people that I just really do not think are good. Like if they're like a bad person, like if I knew a murderer, I would not talk to a murderer. Like for example, I know a child molester, or I've met a child molester. I would never, talk to him either. Which by the way, this like child molester guy, they're not the same person. The guy that I got a restraining order, from all I know, he has never done anything like that. But like, so they're not the same person. But like the child molester guy, I was 19 when I met this guy. And he was also, well, I was either 18 or 19. He was 19. And he had already, like, all of that stuff has already happened. I mean, he's probably done other things. But I found that out. He went to my university. It was really scary. And I'm not going to go into details of the story, but if I wanted to do like a story time video, which I don't know if I ever would on that, I could. Like I have so many story time videos that I could do that I'm not probably going to do. Maybe when I get like a larger following I might, but not now. Anyways, don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, you should definitely door slam those kind of people. But I think distancing yourself with people, letting people know like what the deal is, and you don't always have to tell them that you're distancing yourself, but like naturally you can do it. So Notion Slave, restraining order, what did he do? Short story, he was my roommate. My sister and I were roommates with this person, and he was one of our best friends. Well, he was before we roomed with him. He tried to attack me, and like physically. He didn't actually attack me, but yeah. So obviously that was really scary, and that's what happened. And it was like a paper shield. Technically, if I wanted to, this has been years, like this was in college, but like if I wanted to, I could get the restraining order back like this, but I don't want to. I didn't want to ruin his life. I did it for protection. I could have had him expelled from school. I didn't do that. We were in certain organizations together. Once I left a certain organization, he was able to come back into that organization and, you know, whatever. And a lot of people don't know that story that I went to college with. And like anyways. So I'm going to go back through the comments really quickly. The chat. Talking with famous people. This is the only live stream I participate in. I find I like coming at it from this direction as well as this other direction. So the INFp heathen, drown in your own moisture. Oh my gosh. I thought that video was Zandy. I thought that video was funny. I could see the parts where you were trying to hold the laughter. I actually noticed that too. So I think if you know this channel by now, I oftentimes don't watch my videos back before I upload them. That's going to change. I'm going to be better about editing out weird pauses and like stumbling and being more organized in my videos. But you can tell in the video, I noticed it. It's like when I was talking, I kind of was doing like this kind of slight smile. I'm not very good at lying, so I'm very proud of myself for even making that video. But like, yeah, so thanks for those of you that liked that video. LJ, you're any, like, lots of directions or so I hear. Oh yeah, with talking with famous people. Michelle Wilson, which is funny. LOL, you have classic NI lead syndrome. Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh, talking with famous people. So I've recently decided to become an INFp, so no more shit talking them. There's nothing wrong with INFPs, and I wasn't trying. I know it's a joke, but I actually love INFPs. Am I an INFp and MBTI? No, I do not care about introverted feeling. Even though I can still be good at introverted feeling, I don't give a shit about introverted feeling. Almost to a degree, like I have to kind of dial it back and like really consider introverted feeling at times, but I don't know. Anyways. Okay. Big Jake the Great and Powerful. If you say MBTI is BS one more time, I'm going to make you take a test. That's funny. Katie Mills. I can see why she comes across different in her videos. She has more up now, though. Talking about your INTJ friend. Okay. Zanzi, my personal philosophy is that what we want in a partner has more to do with nurture than nature, which is what type is. Zanzi, I disagree with you. I believe that personality type is nature, and I think that I believe you are born with a certain cognitive stacking, but nurture can make you appear, or like be better, seemingly better at certain functions at a younger age. For example, my friend Rachel, huge INTJ, like love her to death. But she grew up in a very extroverted feeling heavy household, or just like, yeah, her dad is an ENTP. Her mom, I believe, is an ENFJ. Her sister, that's very close in age to her, is an ESFJ. I don't know what her older brother is, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's an extroverted feeler, or he is an FI dom. Anyways, the majority of her family, especially her parents, are FE users. And she was told her whole life, basically, it's selfish to be in your room. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys are watching this, people, the Polius household, because they may see that I'm live. So if you guys are watching this, I love you. They're all together at the beach. That's where I was earlier this week. Anyways, so she was kind of told to be a certain way, and like, yeah, so she's better at doing extroverted feeling stuff, even though that is not her nature. Sandy, that's scary, pucokie. Yes, it was. Oh, Megan Lavoda's here. Talking with famous people, what she means is that she holds her head in the door and slams it. The restraining order was because he got his skull blood all over her carpets. Oh my gosh. Okay, Katie Mills. I think INFJs attract sociopaths. I would actually agree with that. So another person, which who knows, I don't think any of these people are watching this. Hopefully not, but if so, you're being called out. Another story that I could tell on its own in a video is a story about a girl that I met a lot of not so nice people my freshman year of college. I met that guy that I had a restraining order against my second year of college, so sophomore. But anyways, this girl, to not go into details, basically we were at a conference, and it was after a conference, and I was like the only person out of the entire group, which I was 19 at the time. I was the only person who did not drink, and I was like being the mother hen to everybody, even though almost everybody there was older than me, and they were all drinking, and some of them were acting a fool and doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing at this like social event. And one of the people was this girl who I believe is an ESTJ, could be wrong. But my friend who's also into Socionics that I've never really talked about, my friend Ruth, who's also IEI in Socionics, she believes this person's an ESTJ. I digress. Anyways, so this person was very drunk and singled me out of everybody there, and like whispered in my ear, or like was talking in my ear and was like, I need to tell you something. I was diagnosed with leukemia 2 weeks ago, and I'm not supposed to be drinking right now. And yeah. Anyways, flash forward. So that was like in November of 2012. In May or June of 2013, we were in Italy. And this whole year, so like she would like tell me at meetings, this ESTJ, which I'm just gonna call her that, would tell me, yeah, I'm getting treatment for cancer, all of this stuff. Like she would like single me out, and like she told me not to tell anybody because she didn't want to make it a big deal, and she didn't want people to think, you know, less of her. Well, like kind of worry about her and stuff like that. And me being like kind of, I feel like I am understanding in some ways, or at least empathetic, and like I wanted to be supportive of this girl. I was like, I didn't tell anybody. The only people I told were my sister and my mom, which my sister didn't go to college at the time. She was still in high school, and my mom obviously didn't live where I lived. So anyways, in Italy, on our trip, our first social that we went out to, it was like, okay, it was a Model UN conference. And I am very fortunate because we went to Milan, Italy, and that was paid for by my university. I did not pay for anything besides like some food and obviously shopping and stuff like that. But they paid for the flight, they paid for the hostels, they paid for, which it was a nice hostel, it was like a hotel, the conference, all of that. So we were like at this really nice club on this rooftop bar, and this girl was in the group, and she was like trying to drink, and like I was looking after her specifically, and I'm like, you are not allowed to drink. And I was like trying to restrain her and like tell people, hey, like I can't tell you why, but you can't allow her to drink. Like she's not supposed to drink. Like please do not let her drink. And eventually I couldn't really hold her back. I am tall, but I'm not like the biggest person in the world. So I'm not strong. I'm definitely not strong in many ways. Anyways, people pressured her into drinking, which she wanted to drink anyways. And yeah, so she went off with this one guy from our group after that little shindig, and we didn't know where she was, and she was like belligerently drunk. And the other guy was pretty drunk as well, but she was more drunk. And I was really scared. Like I was actually kind of freaking out in my mind, and I like kind of not there, but once we got back to the hostel and they had still not come back, I started to cry. And like people were kind of like, what, why are you getting so upset? Like what's the big deal? They're just like gone. And I ended up having to tell them because I thought that maybe something happened to her because she had leukemia and she could seriously get sick from that, or like you could possibly die. Anyways, they come back. We like call the like paramedics or 911, and we were like, nobody spoke Italian, so one of my friends like was speaking French to the paramedics. Anyways, they come back at like 3 or 4 a.m. and supposedly they were just talking on the bench. Ended up they were like obviously like making out or something. Anyways, so she got really mad that I told everybody, or I like told people that she had leukemia and we were like searching for her. She got really mad at me, and I was like, hey, I'm sorry, like I told you, I'm sorry that I said this, but I was really afraid that something would happen to you. And anyways, this was annoying. So during the trip, after that, everybody was super nice to her. Like, for example, she didn't have the proper shoes to go into a club, which she could have easily brought. She brought like sandals and was wearing like a Hawaiian dress when everybody else was like dressing up. Like this was a really nice club. And so what we did is we had someone, like we all, like it was like a group of girls. It was just the 4 of us, including that girl. And so the 3 of us went in and like left that one girl out. And then one of us came back with someone else's like flat shoes, so that she could just like wear those and get into the club and then like switch shoes after that. So that's what we did. But anyways, we like excused things. Like for example, she didn't pay for something that like we spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out who didn't pay for their meal, and it ended up being her, but she had already left. Not the nicest person in general, but we were like really kind of feeling sorry for her because of leukemia. Anyways, flash forward 3 years later, right around the time that I got that restraining order, which it kind of ties in. Um, she So I found out that she actually lied about having leukemia. And the guy that she like sat on the bench with, at this point, they ended up dating, they ended up getting engaged. And this throughout this whole time, these 3 years of like knowing her and stuff like this, she would still have this narrative that she had leukemia and like tell everybody that she had leukemia, and people would feel sorry for her. And so when I found out, which not everybody found out about this because it was associated with like what happened with the Justinian, or like it played a role. Not She had nothing really to do with it as far as like physically or anything, but like stuff she claimed, because she's a pathological liar. Anyways, I think that's really fucked up, especially because, as you guys may know, I made a video about my experience dating an ESFP. That guy has leukemia. It's in remission right now. One of the girls who actually called in French, like for the paramedics or like 911, her dad ended up getting leukemia and dying. She basically was like, this girl was like saying she only had 2 years to live and stuff. And like, what's really messed up too is that guy that like ended up getting engaged, like he didn't know until after they were engaged that she was lying this whole time about leukemia and various other things. They ended up getting married and having a child, and they're still married from what I know. And I think that's so messed up. I would not I would not marry someone like that. Sorry, this was a very random story. I did not think I would ever say that story, but anyways. Okay. Megan. Hey Megan, Lavoda, LJ. Emily, do you want questions on any specific theme, or do you want to just fire away? You can ask me anything, really. I'm going to have this video as unlisted afterwards because I want to start doing that again. Michelle Wilson gave me that idea, so you can ask really anything. Talking with famous people, pucokie. Do you prefer russet or Yukon Gold? Russet potatoes. What are russet? I should know this. I feel like I do. Oh, yeah, I prefer. Hmm, I don't know. Actually, I should probably know this, like which one I prefer. I like potatoes. I don't think I have a preference. It just depends. Megan Lavoda, talking about your brows. Been getting them waxed since 9. It's true. Actually, my mom is technically an esthetician. Well, she has her esthetician's license, and she used to be an esthetician, which basically does like waxing and like tweezing and stuff. I obviously do my own eyebrows. I think that's pretty clear. My eyebrows aren't that great, but my mom can professionally do them, and I probably should take advantage of that. Um, but yeah, you do have really nice eyebrows, Megan. Okay, talking with famous people. Restaurant sends the wrong kind of potatoes. Do you send them back? I do not. Okay. Wow. Okay. Feel like wow. There is a lot of stuff in this chat right now. Um okay, sorry I'm not like Michelle. Jonathan's Campbell. Emily's height intimidates me. Oh, as far as like yeah, interesting, Michelle. Yeah, we're like the same height. That is weird that we are. Jonathan Campbell, I'm a short ass. How tall are you? Talking with famous people, 6'4". Eric's must be. Megan Lavoda. OMG, you are tall too, Michelle. I'm only 5'7". I assumed that Emily was shorter than me. I think a lot of people assume that I'm short, which I understand. Whoa, my laptop's about to die. I also have, like, you probably, if you look at my, what's it called? If you look at my, like, Instagram and stuff, you would see that I have pretty tall friends in general. Like, oh, I forgot to. Yeah, like my friends are tall, so it's a bit different because I don't really have too many friends that are short in general. Oh my gosh, tall. Eric looks like he's 5'5". I love that. Yeah, my dad's 6'5", so that's why. Like my mom is 5'4.5", which is like average height, and then my dad's 6'5", so I'm like the middle. And then my sister's 5'8". Um, oh yeah. Oh, I do have my height in this one. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been taking that out. That's just like a automated thing that I had. It's just like common question that I get, and so I wanted to address that. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna like phase that out. I really don't like that in my description actually. So yeah, I mean, for a while there, it was maybe helpful for people, but now it's like really stupid. It's like I'm 5'9.5" to 5'10". It seems really dumb. Michelle, I'm the shortest of my siblings. Oh wow, that's crazy. Lil Eminem Swindle. I'm 5'10". I just tuned in. Who is this person? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Why I added it, um, I'm gonna delete it from I've just deleted it from descriptions of like newer videos where like I don't have it there. I need to just like go back into like my auto fill like generated whatever and get rid of that because I don't like having it there. I do have like on my channel just because many people wonder about and I think just because the way I sit and stuff, people think that I'm short. So Jonathan Campbell, I'm the average height for a girl. Then, oh, Jonathan, there's nothing wrong with that. Where's he on? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, yeah, that person is really weird. Like, yeah. Jonathan, leukemia Campbell, leukemia girl sounds like an unhealthy ESFJ more than an ESTJ. So granted, don't know her. So I don't think she's a feeler for sure. And this is not even in an unhealthy state. Like, I just don't think so. I am single, by the way. That was the next comment. It wasn't Jonathan's comment. It's W. Casaba. Yeah, but I don't know really what her personality type was, but she, either way, whatever she is a crappy person. Doesn't matter what her personality type is. Favorite books. My favorite book is really weird. Well, not really weird. It's just kind of odd. Favorite book. I really like War and Peace. War and Peace is probably one of my favorites. I like Pride and Prejudice, Wuthering Heights. I also really love Harry Potter, as a lot of you guys know, and I'm actually going to do a video where I type all of the characters from Harry Potter, and one of the things I want to say in it is, like, I don't know if you guys have seen that, like meme video of, like, this girl that's at American Girl, and it's, like, this little girl, and she's like, "I know more about American Girls than you do, genius." I wanna do that, but, like, be like, "I know more about Harry Potter than you do, genius," because I've read the books at least 15 times each, and I've also I own the movies, and I've watched them I don't even know how many times. I definitely prefer the books over the movies. So that's kind of maybe a basic answer, but yeah. How do I feel about ENTJs? I really like ENTJs. I don't have many ENTJs in my personal life right now, but one of my best guy friends, Patrick, is an ENTJ, and I did a study abroad in China in 2014, and we actually stayed an extra 2 weeks in Beijing, and it was really fun, and it was like super fun with him. Um, I it's personally I can see, where ENTJs and INFJs can butt heads in Myers-Briggs, but I do generally really appreciate ENTJs, even though we don't always see eye to eye. Oh, Melanie. Hey, Mel. Wow, there's just a lot of comments here, chats. Oh my gosh. This is talking with famous people. Pucokie, your brows are fine when Megan isn't here. True, true. Megan has the best eyebrows. I can definitely tell the difference between taste and potatoes, actually. But okay. Jonathan, I'm 5'6". That's not bad. Melanie just showed up and have so far seen height and potatoes. LOL. 5'7". Anyone cares? That's tall. Oh yeah. Okay. I will say this again. If you guys want this is not sponsored. This was sent to me by Understanding Introverts on Instagram. I follow them. So if you just think you can just type in Understanding Introverts, but if you want to make sure it's like the right one, you can go through my Instagram, like who I follow. Again, you don't have to follow my Instagram. But if you do, Pucokie, I would appreciate it. And I do talk to people more on Instagram than other places. Um, but yeah, just yeah, you can get that shirt from them. So, oh my gosh, Jonathan. People assuming Emily is short don't pay attention to the descriptions under her videos. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, Ashley! Yeah, Ashley, you're tall as well. Yes, you are tall as well. Okay, so as I've said, Ashley, we met in Nashville. She's an INFJ as well. And she is amazing. She has incredible style. She is gorgeous and she's tall. So she's becoming a doctor. Like she has like everything going for her. So you guys should definitely follow her on Instagram. Um, which oh my gosh, I'm about to fall. Okay, so lovely phone here again. Also, is like my all of my acne on my face. That's from not giving an F when um trying to get ready for bed and I just don't care. So Ashley's Instagram. Well, I don't know if you want me to tell you her, but it's Ash Mac. You should definitely follow her as well. She has really pretty photos on her Instagram. But yeah, you guys should follow her. Anyways, yeah, so she saw my tall friends, especially Bradley. Bradley is very tall. He's like, let's see. Yeah. Jonathan, I'm your short friend, right? Well, Jonathan, we are friends, but I'm talking about in real life friends. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I mean, I guess I do have short or average height friends. I wouldn't say, well, maybe you are considered short for a guy, but that's not a bad thing. I don't mean for this to be the case, it just happens. Um, which is kind of weird because this is not my intention, but like guys that I've dated have typically been my height or a little bit taller, a little bit shorter. I have dated guys. I've dated a couple guys that are like 6'5", but most of the guys are about my height. My ex-boyfriend's, which we will not say the name of, is only 5'11". He is not much. He was very surprised how tall I was when we met. Because he's taller than average, but not like tall, I guess. Lauren, INFJ. My mom is 5'2" and my dad is 6'4" and I'm 5'9". It's like, yeah, similar thing. Ashley, I can vouch that your friends are tall. Haha, I liked that though. I fit it right in. Yeah, it was interesting. Emily, you should do a video on reacting to introvert dear articles by Laboda. That'd be interesting, yeah. LJ, I'm 5'6", the perfect height for playing in an orchestra. Interesting, LJ. That person that I told you about, that I've sent you their profile of, that you kind of remind me of in a way, she's 5'7". I actually guessed your height to be around 5'6" to 5'7", which is funny because you're 5'6". So maybe I have a knack for guessing heights. Talking with famous people. Pucokie, single, but have to get past the mediocre eyebrows. Yep. Also, if you date Pucokie, you have to participate in her Wuthering Heights reenactment. Okay, something that I really wish I could upload, but my friend Rachel, again, the INTJ, we used to make videos together before YouTube was really a thing. We would make videos just on the webcam and just record it as a video and just leave it on our laptops and just have it. I think I have the CD somewhere. Oh my gosh. I don't know where it is. I hope it's not in my other laptop that my sister stole from me. Well, she didn't steal it, but she took it. Because, like, this laptop does not have CD capabilities. Anyways, so with her, we reenacted Titanic. I played Jack and she played Rose. And it was like, this is kind of what I want to get back to because I love doing that. And I used to do videos with my sister. Like, if you watch my Lips of a Sock Monkey YouTube channel that I had like in high school, I only have a few videos on there, but there's some really weird music video reenactments. Ones with my sister, and yeah, that's just like what I would do. Like I had way more than that we never posted. But anyways, I did a video with my friend Rachel. We did a lot of videos, but on this particular CD or DVD or whatever, we played Titanic. So she was Rose, I was Jack, and we like did like this improv skit. We did not plan it ahead of time. It was so funny, at least for us at the time, because we were like 13, 14. And then we also reenacted Gone with the Wind. Rachel played Scarlett O'Hara, and I played all of the other characters. So I played Prissy, I played Ashley, I played Rhett Butler. I played every single other character. I played Melanie, and I like did this thing where I like when Rachel was away because she had to use the restroom during the video. I like acted like Melanie was like this like awesome, like very sweet person. And then I started being like, I like to strip. This little 14-year-old girl starts pulling up her shirt. Not in like, I don't like pull it up anyway, but I just like show my belly and I'm like, duh, duh. And it was really, I feel like it was funny. It was also very cringy, but yeah. Okay. What's your Hogwarts house? I believe I'm Gryffindor. Okay. Ashley, ESTJs are frustrating. They are. I just don't really see, especially with us. Well, obviously, I've met, like, we know each other in real life, stuff like that. I don't think we would get along really well with ESTJs, which probably was a lot. I mean, obviously, Ashley, you got along really well with um, Bradley, Anna, Chaz, and Earl because is there someone else that I'm missing? Yeah, no, I'm not missing anybody. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Chaz, I believe he typed as ENFJ. Who knows? I believe he could be. I think he is extra revealing, an extra revealer. And then Bradley, I believe, is an ISFP. He could be something else. Earl is an ENFP and Anna's an ENFP. So it makes sense where we got along with them all. Sandy, I need a shirt that says introverting gone wrong. That's funny. I am bad at saying names. Miklas, Liska, Emily. What is your Enneagram type? I am a 9-wing 8, SXSO. So if you don't know what the variants are, and actually, speaking of, I have a video with Jonathan. We have a couple of videos on this channel. And Jonathan actually went through the whole Enneagram with me, and it was really awesome. Jonathan is amazing. And you should watch that video if you're trying to find out what your Enneagram is. But yeah. By the way, average height for men in the US is 5'9". So my cart, that is a little above average, is 5'9.5". I'm not saying that you are, but like, yeah, you're 5'10.5". It's actually 5'9" is the average height in the US, but it's definitely different for other places. Um, Good night, W. Casaba. LJ looks just like my environmental science professor this term. I also believe she is an INTJ. Oh my god. Oh snap, Melanie, LJ said. Um, Megan Lavoda, I used to love doing that too, Emily. Megan Lavoda, I wrote so many dumb skits and then I'd make my parents watch them all. Oh my gosh, that's what we did too. Like we would make Rachel's mom watch our skits. We thought they were so funny because like we did them at like in the middle of the night when we were in 8th grade. And then we like made our math teacher watch our skits. It was really bad. I just like doing stuff like that. That's just like I feel like that's like what I really want to do. Um, LJ, I used to make stop motion videos with toys when I was 9. They were weird. I didn't make people watch them. Stop motion is really cool, which by the way, I have a stop motion video on that Lips of a Sock Monkey video. Sock Monkey channel. It's a sock monkey in the stop motion. It's a very interesting video, but yeah, I think you should do a stop motion video about being an INTJ. That would be really cool. Okay. INT Paul, sorry. Hey. Megan Lavoda, nope, LOL. I think a lot of them are on CDs my parents have. I need to find them. Yeah, I need to find mine as well. Um, Probably should. Oh my gosh, 91 minutes? How do I do these? Oh, how do I do these live streams for so long? Can't believe this is 91 mittens. 91 minutes. That's crazy. Jonathan is amazing. So you should blush again. Okay. Um yeah, Megan, it would be so funny if we did a skit video, which by the way, anybody, that would be really cool to do like skit videos together. Um I'm going to do stuff with what's it called? I'm going to do some videos with some of my friends actually, which should be interesting. Because I need help shooting some certain videos. I could do them by myself, but some of them I want to have more people in there. Oh, growing up, INT Paul. Growing up, have you always been one of the tallest females among your peers unless you've hit some major growth spurts before? You're talking about me? If you are. So it's really weird. My dad was 6'5". My dad was 6'5" at 14. So obviously that was like a super duper um, young age to be 6'5". Like they thought he was going to be a giant. Anyways, he did not grow anymore. You know what, guys? I'm going to show you guys something. This is such a random video, but I'm going to show you guys a wait, I need to get on party. I'm going to show you guys a PowerPoint that I made 2 years ago almost. I have it on Twitter, so I'm gonna go locate it now. And I'm going to share this PowerPoint with you guys because I think it's funny. You may not think it's funny. By the way, it says that I'm 23 in this. There are some inaccuracies in this thing because it was taken. What? I mean, I did this like almost 2 years ago, so I'm 25 now. But I will share this presentation for you guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, Jonathan. The Inganter might be my pucokie might be my doppelganger. You should hunt her down, kidnap her, and seize the channel for yourself. That's funny. My mom is 5'4.5", so she's not tall, but my dad's 6'5", and my sister's 5'8". So we have tall genes. Anyways, I'm about to share a very special presentation for you guys. You may find it interesting, you may not. But that is what we'll see here. Okay, let's see. Bear with me, I don't know if you guys are still watching. Screen share. Wait, is it sharing? Okay, so you guys are seeing, no, I wish I could, okay, so we're gonna start from the beginning. You guys are seeing a preview, so don't look yet, don't look yet, don't look yet. Oh wait, how do I play this? Oh, present. Stupid, okay. Why you should date me. This is a lovely video. So I'm gonna let you guys, hopefully this is showing. I don't know if it's recording still. Actually, I probably should see this. I'm gonna hope that it's recording. I have no idea if it actually is right now. But this just shows you. Takes a shower sometimes. Nice-ish. Life what is, likes to dance, likes to pretend. Hates Comic Sans because this is in Comic Sans, but I will let you guys read it. Great. Who is Emily Barnes? Full name, Emily Elizabeth Barnes. Relationship status, single, same. Interested in men. Age, 23 on there. I'm actually 25 now. Astrological sign, Leo. MBTI type, INFJ. Nationality, American. Favorite food, watermelon. Favorite color, ice blue and robin's egg blue. Favorite animal, fox. Dogs or cats, both. Favorite holiday, Christmas. Favorite book series, Harry Potter for life. And then, favorite movie, the classic. I think that's probably changed. That is a Korean movie, but this is why I'm doing this. So I may not be that curvy, but there's a chance I'm still growing taller. This isn't even my final form. So yes, my height has progressively gotten taller over the years. And I stopped growing right here, right around here. So I'm not 5'11", or like getting into 5'11". I'm probably like in this area, this category. But yeah, so. Okay, haven't read this in a long time. Pros. Adventurous, likes to travel to new places, try new things, and do things out of my comfort zone. Has two of the chillest, sweetest cats you'll ever meet. They are literally more like dogs than cats. Takes commitments seriously, especially the dare agreement. And then here's a horrible Photoshop of me. has auburn hair, so you can date a brunette and redhead at the same time, guys. Let's clap for that. Can be your designated driver most of the time. Oh, wow. Delete that. I hope this is still sharing. Hopefully I'm not, like, getting off this. But if I do get drunk, I'm a happy drunk. Edumacated. Sometimes I use big words I don't always fully understand. In an effort to make my sound, make myself more photosynthesis instead of, yeah. Anyways, can talk to anyone and parents love me. Skin glows in the dark, so no need for a nightlight. Psychic, according to my sister. Future so bright, I need shades. So here are some memes that I made. This was during... No! No! My slideshow wasn't showing! This is sad! This is sad! No! Jonathan just told me! Shit! That sucks! Am I even still live? Am I still live right now? Okay. I am live and I am just a dumbass. Wow, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, are we still... Let me look at the... I should have not been... I just didn't want you guys to have to see the other stuff. Okay, good. Okay, you guys can see. You guys can see. Okay. Alright, so you're gonna, like, it's gonna be a little bit not the best. Okay, so as you can see, this is what I was explaining earlier. Who is this? Who is this mofo? Someone's on it. Yeah, if you want to follow along on Twitter, I have it somewhere in my Twitter. This is the next slide that I was talking about. This is the one that has Shaq and this beautiful little cutter. Here's this. I love it. This isn't even my final form. This is what I was talking about earlier. These are the memes that I've made. So this is where we were getting on. Cons. Can't park to save my life. This is, well, maybe this is not what I should be saying, but this is the type of car I have, so please don't stalk me. Wait, is that spelled wrong? No. Anyways, so I made this. This is the car I have, and, like, I cannot park. And then I tried parking on Donald Trump. I mutated Donald Trump, and then this was during that United thing where, like, United did some bullshit with their airlines and, like, was discriminatory or, like, kicked someone out. I forget what happened, but yeah. So it's kind of a dated meme. Now we have this. What does that say? What incarnation, I think. Now for the hard-hitting questions. What are your views on pineapple on pizza? I believe they can coexist in my mouth. No need to separate them. What is good is in this separate what is good in this world. When people tell me pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, which, by the way, guys, I'm not a huge pineapple on pizza person. I don't really care. It's good, but I don't, like, go out of my way to, like, order that. This is one of my favorite memes. I love this little cat monkey thing. What do you like better, Netflix or Hulu? Actually, I would say Netflix now, but I said neither, mic drop, because I never had used Netflix or Hulu. Netflix is probably my favorite one. Hulu has some good stuff on there. I would say it's going to be HBO Go, because I'm about to get that free trial for Game of Thrones. I don't even know if I have any free trials, actually. Do you like spicy food and why? I like to torture myself on the reg. So yes, spicy food is my life fuel. And then just fire. I don't know if you guys even find this funny, but at the time I found it funny. Now for the hard-hitting questions, part 2. What do you think about coffee ice cream? Very yes. Good, such good. Which friend Which friend from Friends are you? My sister says I'm a combination of Rachel and Ross. Now that I mean, I definitely watched Friends at the time, like when it was airing. Obviously, I was pretty young, but I don't know if I would say that's a compliment, actually, to be honest. Would you eat in a box? Would you eat it in a box? Would you eat it with a fox? I'm not going to eat something in a box with a fox. I don't want to die. And then I'm not getting into a box with a fox. You want you want a guy willing to travel with you, right? Yeah, that's super important to me because I want to go everywhere. So true. And then here are some peer reviews and testimonials to seal the deal because obviously verbal communication is not sealing the deal. I'm not good at speaking. Emily Barnes. She's got the power. Emily Barnes. She just took a shower. Emily Barnes, Emily Barnes, Emily Barnes. Some kid in my 5th grade class. That actually was a song. I told my therapist about you, anonymous. That was fake. You're an awesome person, and you think about other people more than yourself most of the time. Animals love you, and you're an amazing daughter, Mom. It has been a pleasure and a privilege to know Emily Barnes. Rarely will you find a person so creative, intelligent, caring, and trustworthy as her. I would not say intelligent. Where the world is chaotic and ruthless as ours, everyone should have a person like Emily by their side. Emily's the type of person who will always stand by your side and the person who will listen wholeheartedly to you as you recount your day, page by page, and the kind of person who will never be distracted by smoke and mirrors. Everyone needs an Emily. Ryan. Yes. And then, am I the one for you? And this is, let me know, Doe. Same. And this is like just a random thing. And then here is another meme that obviously Kazoo Kid, my Lord and Savior, not really, but I love Kazoo Kid. I just wanted to say thanks. I'm glad you came along, partner. So there we go. There you guys go. I'm gonna stop sharing this now. Which, if you see oh wow, I have Eric Strauss's thing right there. Anyways, I'm gonna stop sharing. Hey guys, back again. So yeah, that was interesting. Oh my gosh, Astrid the Earthling. Secretly watching this at work, YOLO. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay. Yeah, I should probably head out soon as well. Oh my gosh, Jonathan Kimball. Filthy Leos. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about earlier that you guys did not see it. So, see, Ham? This was really funny. The memes made it better, even better. I'm glad. I probably do it differently now, but I do like that. I think it's cute, and it's like it was like a little bit of a time capsule as well. I was 23, so young, didn't know, you know. But yeah, I do love memes. Anyways, I think this is a good time to leave it off or shut it off because I'm playing with chopsticks, a random chopstick that I have in my room. And yeah. Um, Random. All right. am going to sign off. Again, maybe for the first hour or two or maybe day, probably not day. I'm gonna have this video public, but then I'm gonna make it unlisted and I'll put it in the community page if you want to rewatch this, but for whatever reason you want to. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing unlisted videos for people, because obviously this has nothing to do with my channel. Maybe in the future I'll tie back around. This is washi tape that I have. But yeah, this is a bath bomb that my sister got in Japan. It smells really good. It smells like peaches. Yep, that's it. Let's see if there's any final thoughts that anybody has. Astro the earthing. I used to do the pencil thing at a lot in school. Me too. All right, so BYE everyone. Have a good night. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you came along, partner. All right, bye.